Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And before I get started, I gotta thank all of you for the support that you shown me in that last video. I was reading through the comment section and it was absolutely overwhelming. I want to thank you all for that. And that video wasn't about me being dramatic. It was about me telling the truth. And every once in a while, people should just tell the truth. That's what I really believe. Because right now, we have so many people just making stuff up about XRP all the time. You know, they read one sentence in an article and all of a sudden, they FUD all over XRP about it. And there's no need for that. And, you know, I just wanted to be truthful and I wanted to address what people were saying directly about me. And there's no reason for what people were saying about me because all I do is show you the facts. I show you the connections that are being made all around the world for Ripple and XRP. And, you know, if I was a new investor getting into crypto today, I don't know if I would make it. Honestly, think about it. All these new investors most likely got into XRP because they watched a video of someone talking about a $10,000 XRP. Or maybe a friend of theirs told them, hey, listen, you might want to get into this cryptocurrency before time runs out. It's built to move the world's money. It's going to be a high-valued cryptocurrency at some point. And then they invest. And then all of a sudden, they go on X and they join the XRP community. And all they're hit with is FUD and people making them second guess their investment. I don't see a need for that, honestly. And that's why I said I don't know if I would make it in crypto today. You know, when I got into crypto back then, XRP was at such a much lower price, but people seemed so happy about their investment back then. They would fight to the end to defend XRP no matter what. And you've seen it on a daily basis. And then the SEC Ripple case started. And that was absolutely one of the worst times to be an XRP investor. But every day during this whole entire lawsuit, people defended XRP time and time again. And now all of a sudden, people just woke up one day and said, that's it, I'm giving up on XRP. I don't know what the hell happened. And that's why I wanted to make that video. Because I'm the type of person that sees the market and sees what's happening. Like right now, we're watching XRP experience a major dip. And I'm the type of person that understands that this dip is just temporary. And the market's going to turn around. And at some point, XRP is going to take off in price. So if I could stay positive and keep you going through this dip and get you to the other side of this dip, then so be it. I'm happy to do it time and time again. And there's people out there, though, that will talk about this dip like the sky's falling. And, you know, new investors, they don't understand these dips like other people do. So to them, it's like, oh, maybe I should sell because it's going to go way down and then I could buy back in later. But nobody could call this market either. And to answer a couple of your questions that you had, I noticed people kept asking me, when's the time frame for XRP to moon? Nobody can answer that. Really, they can't. If you look at the facts, though, and you look at the real world events that are happening right now, you could see we are getting close for XRP to take off. We're also getting close to XRP's utility driving the price of XRP. But I don't think that'll start to happen until regulations are put in place. But the good thing is those regulations are also coming this year. It's going to start with MiCA over in the EU, and I think it's going to spread like wildfire throughout the world. Country after country is just going to adopt MiCA regulations, even the United States, because you can't have different regulations in one country to the next country to the next country, or cross-border payments will never work. And I think that's going to happen in 2024. And I think shortly after, utility will drive the price of XRP and the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies as well. Other people ask me, Rich, what's a good bag of XRP to be holding? And I never like to put a number on that. And here's why. Because if I put a number on it, it might cause you to overinvest. It might make you buy more XRP than what you could truly afford to lose, is what I'm saying. And if you're overinvested, you will be less patient for XRP because it takes patience to hold this cryptocurrency. But I always like to word it like this. Whatever you could afford to lose, put it into crypto, put it into XRP, other utility-driven cryptocurrencies. This way you sit back, stay patient, and wait for it all to happen. And no matter what that amount is, it's one step closer to financial freedom. That's the way I look at it. And there's people out there that will tell you, you need to be holding this amount no matter what. Not really. Because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. I see people saying all over X every day, if I make $100,000 in this next run, I'm quitting my 9-to-5. I have big plans for the money. But then I see people saying, if I don't cash out $10 million in this next run up, then I'm going to have to come up with a different plan for retirement. You see what I'm saying? The gap is so big in between people's lifestyles that no matter what number I threw out there, it might not be the number you're looking for either. Just put in whatever you could afford to lose, sit back and wait for it all to happen. So we're looking at XRP on the one-day chart, sitting here just above 57.5 cents. Like I said, we experienced a major dip today on XRP, but we're literally down only 5%. And people are acting like the sky's falling. And people that are holding Bitcoin and the Bitcoin maxis, they're going absolutely crazy right now because of this right here. The U.S. government has just moved 30,174 Bitcoin to Coinbase. So insiders knew the U.S. government will start selling today, and they pre-sold. So the reason Bitcoin's dumping is because somebody got word that the U.S. government's about to sell a massive amount of Bitcoin. So they started dumping their Bitcoin. And I think this dip is going to last into tomorrow. If Bitcoin goes lower, it's going to pull XRP down with it. We are at the beginning of the biggest altcoin season so far, and this is when Altseason starts. So first you have phase 1, which we're in right now with Bitcoin. Flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing price surges. Phase 2, Ethereum. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening. Phase 3, large caps. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin and large caps are going parabolic. Phase 4, Altseason. Large caps have gone full vertical and we're seeing blow off tops. Mid caps, low caps, micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited and you feel the mania in the air. That is what's coming. And at that moment, no matter what you throw money into, you are going to make money off of it. But you have to have an exit plan. Because everybody's going to be telling you the top isn't in yet. The top isn't in yet. We're going to go higher. Come up with a number that you can live with and create an exit plan. And I'm not talking about XRP. I'm talking about the other cryptocurrencies that you're invested in. Or maybe you're going to invest in before this massive alt season begins. Have an exit plan. Don't get trapped in these cryptocurrencies until the next cycle, is what I'm saying. Now, a lot of people said, Garlinghouse, when he talks, all he does is lie. and he sounds like a politician. I see something different when Brad talks. Now, this is Brad joking with Ross Lecco of the IMF. Take a listen.
You want to take one? Go for it. The first one's for you. IMF. Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe I should take what the IMF is going to do.
When Brad's saying, maybe I should tell you what the IMF is going to do, what I see there through Brad's body language is how confident he actually is. And this is Brad with the CEO of Swift. Take a listen.
Two important things about this, and Gottfried mentioned this earlier. Swift today is a one-way messaging framework. It actually isn't a liquidity provider, right? It's Swift messaging partnered with bank liquidity. When we think about an internet of value, it's a mixture of two-way messaging frameworks, moving to real-time, a chatty protocol, if you will, coupled with real-time liquidity. Volatility is just a mathematical calculation of time times volatility. If you hold fiat for, let's say, an average Swift transaction today.
Now, first you see the guy from Swift, how he slouched down, and Brad looks so confident. He believes in everything that he's saying here.
It's in the order of magnitude 2 days. That's about 180,000 seconds. An XRP transaction is 3 seconds. So if you take a low volatile asset times a long duration, fiat, or a high volatility asset versus a very, very short amount of time, it turns out mathematically there's less volatility risk in an XRP transaction than there is in a fiat transaction.
You've said before that you think there's a...
Now, the reason I played that is because I wanted to show you what I see when I see Brad talk. I don't think Brad's lying at all. In fact, because of all of his ties all around the world, I'm talking his ties to the World Economic Forum, the BIS, the IMF, the central banks of the world. I think Brad knows what's coming next. And that's why he's as confident as he actually is in a lot of his videos. And look what happened shortly after that. The guy from the IMF actually left. That was back in 2018. And somebody else took over at the IMF. Or at Swift, I mean. Sorry. But, that's what I see when I see Brad Garlinghouse talk. Even when you see Chris Larson talk, it's the same thing. He's so calm and direct. And even when he's calling for Congress to come out with clear rules for crypto going forward, again, there's confidence there. I think Brad and Chris and even David Schwartz knows exactly what's coming. And all they want is it to happen quicker than it's actually happening right now. I think they want to see things get put in place as quick as possible. But I don't know. Again, put your thoughts in the comments section down below. To me, Brad doesn't seem like a politician. He seems like somebody that's very confident in what he's saying. And he's saying this in front of the CEO of Swift. He's saying it in front of the IMF. But you don't get that confidence unless you know what's coming next. And it's always been about liquidity. David Schwartz talking XRP in the early days. Take a listen to this.
I think we also sort of crossed an important threshold. If an asset doesn't have value and it doesn't have liquidity, you can't really use it, even if it has the properties that are perfect for your use case, simply because you can't get enough of it without moving the market. And I think we crossed a threshold where there is enough value in XRP now that you can use it to make payments and you can use it as a store of value. And I think that also caused an uptick in interest, and so people started looking at, well, what is this? What are its properties? Who's behind it? What are the use cases? And I think people are seeing now the technical superiority of our design, the team that stands behind it, the amazing array of partners that we've managed to align with us. And I think they're starting to realize that we are going after these use cases aggressively and that they can actually just use XRP for many of the same things that they would traditionally use Bitcoin for.
And that was David Schwartz early on. And even then, they knew they had the best product out there for moving money. They knew that RippleNet and XRP can give everyone exactly what they want. They want cheap payments, they want fast payments, and secure payments. And I think they knew everyone's gonna want this technology. Remember, there was a time where Ripple had to go and bang on the bank's doors, you know, trying to get in the door, trying to get their product out there. Well, that all shifted along the way. All of a sudden, the banks were coming to Ripple. That shows you how great this technology actually is. And that's why I always tell you, you know, you could look at the price today and be like, wow, we're dipping down once again. And you could just stay confident at the same time, knowing that this dip is not going to last. And at some point, XRP is going to take off in price. And you are going to make that life-changing money this year. Because it's definitely gonna happen this year. You could see everything setting up for it right now. But you know, until it all happens, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.